I've had a period for a month straight. I'm taking the rod out. Okay, so please don't look at all the mess behind me, but I thought I would just start a bit of a video because today I'm doing something didn't think I would have to do. A slight little inconvenience. Memory card filled up. Yeah, so I competed with the rod and I got really lean. I was around 6% body fat. I know. So in my eyes, I was like, this actually is something that I can deal with in my body. And I never got any spotting, any period, nothing at all for 3 years. For a girl, when you think about it, it's like for no period for 3 years, that is so cool. But then like your instincts and your gut feeling is like, that doesn't really feel right. That surely can't be right. And it technically, there's so much, you know, different opinions out there about, you know, to pill or not to pill, to contraception or not to contraception, to follow the cycle of the moon or not to follow the cycle of the moon. So it wasn't something I really had to. I'm really sorry, I keep moving. I'm just not really comfortable right now. So yeah, it was nothing that I really had to think about until my rod expired about a month and a half ago, and I was meant to get a warning and I didn't. So everything just all came at once. I'll let that just sink for a bit. And I had just moved up to Queensland from Melbourne because COVID and stuff. And I was already having a hard time to adjust. I came out of quarantine and I was like, yes, let's go to the beach. And my body was like, no, let's not go to the beach. I look like a potato, literally. Come on. My feet are literally like that on the ground right now. So anyway, so my thing expired. I went to the doctors. I was like, right, I need something now because I pretty much freaked out and was like, this gorilla tripod is meant to be able to like go anywhere. So you should see this little gorilla pod, right? Alright, I don't know how long this is going to last for. This is a really broken up story. So I had my rod in for 3 years and like 3 years, 3 months. So it was a bit expired. Came out of my body and I was like, I still don't think I got any, I still believe that I wasn't getting any side effects. And I was like, this maybe, I'll just put it back in. I had started to chat to a few girls about a month ago, you know, seeing who, you know, what the contraceptions, the go, and everyone I knew was like, no, I'm not on anything. I'm like, but boyfriend, how? What do you mean? Bearing in mind that I am an online training and nutrition coach and all my girls somehow, ironically, are either on nothing, doing it naturally, or they've started contraception and it's not worked, or they're coming off contraception. I don't know how it's all timed like that, but that's just what's happening with my clients. It's just like they are feeling amazing. So I'm like, okay, like you do you, boo. I totally support it and I know how to support your hormones, you know, through that transition, but good on you. And I always thought that I was very different because of what I've been through, trauma, like body trauma wise. I still don't know what anorexia has done to my fertility, and I think now that I'm at a healthier weight, I thought there'd be no other better time to really find out and become more in tune with my body. So today I'm taking the rod out, and what has really pushed me to that decision is because since getting it back in now a month ago, I've had a period like every single day. So I've had a period for a month straight. And when I say, I don't mean spotting, TMI also, TMI. I'm surprised if you're still here with me listening to this, then this ain't gonna bother you. But if you've just tuned in, I've had a period for a month straight, and it's not an ordinary period. It is like I've cut an artery. And with no other symptoms really of cramping, just been like bang, bang, bang. Are you legit? How can I function as a human being like that? You're just gonna come out of nowhere. And I was like, I'm starting to feel really artificial. I'm at a very different place body-wise and health-wise from being sick, and just gain a little bit of more understanding about my cycle and just allow my body to just detox basically. So I'm about to get it out at 10 a.m. so that's exciting. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just keep you guys in the loop, do a little bit of like a period diary, I suppose. What I period in the day, like what I eat in a day, what is my period doing today. And I'm gonna try it. I reckon I'll try and put as much as I can in here. But to all you girls out there, this is not me coming on here going, oh my gosh, contraception's like the devil and the evil of the world. Everyone is entitled to their own opinions, decisions. It's your body at the end of the day. And as a coach myself, I will never force people to come off contraception if they want, not what they want to do, but I will always, you know, really dive deep into how you're feeling. Have you noticed any changes within yourself in all areas of life, mental, emotional, physical, before and after the pills? So you break down different, you know, reasons behind how you're feeling, and whether it's your diet, food, contraception, hormones, anything. And that will always lead to finding what's best for your body, not what my opinion is of it, because it doesn't really matter. It's just more about what, you know, what is good for you. And I will always advise of it, because just trend wise, women are starting to realize that they actually don't feel good. Girls are becoming more aware of the side effects, and that's why I'll always look at that as an option in the same realm as food, diet, sleep, recovery, etc. It is in that spectrum of looking after yourself. Up until now, it hasn't affected me, so that's why I'm very neutral on the topic. But I've got to a point where I'm healthy, and it's a very big, if I stop and think about it, it's a pretty big milestone for me, because I've been, in quotations, underweight all my life. For as long as I remember, I was called giraffe for a reason, and it's because I was very, very skinny. I wasn't slim, I wasn't necessarily always anorexic, I was just very, very skinny. As I got older, other things started to happen in a negative way, and that skinny became ill. And I've always had this little fluctuation of, you know, being very, very underweight to skinny, and I've had my really deep struggles, and I think it's a very big turning point as a 22-year-old now, that I can say my body fat percentage is at a point where my body's starting to respond to whatever I'm putting in it in a different way. Probably sick of looking at me at times. Ooh. All right. So what was I saying? So pretty much other than having the period the last month every single day, I've been really snappy. I was like, yeah, I was like, everything's like getting to me. But it's like when I snap, I like joke about it. So if Chris is like breathing too heavy, which he does, and is actually a legitimate issue, but if he's sitting there on the couch going, shut up, just shut up. That's actually a problem though, whether I'm on contraception or friggin' not, it's like genuinely an issue. But I'm getting like a thrill out of just letting loose, and just another side effect. I actually haven't really had any cravings as such. That comes with a balanced diet though. Hormones are a little bit unstable, you're gonna crave things, but cravings haven't been a real issue for me. I've been waking up real groggy, like real tired, exhausted. Girls who have been on contraception, come off it, speak about like feeling like they're back to normal, back to themselves. I'm like, what do you mean? When I've just gone and put the other rod in, I'm like, I don't feel myself. I feel very anxious all the time, just like nothing's fulfilling me. And this is all in a month, mind you, given that I've changed a lot in my, you know, my little circle, my life, you know, moving interstate, but I'm still a generally happy person and I'm very grounded. I just feel like dog food. Just like I did with all the pills, I tried all the different options. My last option is, let's give natural a go. Let's give what God intended a go. Let's give the Flow app a go. So all I can do is try. And you know, nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent. You can always go back, you can always go forward, you can always change. Like, even the rod, like, it can be in for 3 years. Take it out if it doesn't work. It's been in me a month and I've so yeah, so I just wanted to take you on my period diaries. Still trying to work out what I want to call it. Bringing back my period. Journey to finding my flow. The empoweringness of not being on the pill. I don't know. I'm doing it for me, not because everybody else is doing it. This is something that has been in the works for quite a few years now, and it's been a lot of trial and error for me to decide this for myself. I generally think this is my answer, so don't copy me. Just come for the ride. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I start to feel myself and start to feel a different euphoria. So I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so I've got the rod out. I'll tell you what I am pazzing out about, like this is not focused. That is a bad angle. So is that. So yes, I'm very excited. So if anyone has like any like tips, suggestions, obviously I do know like quite a bit because I work with girls who are in this situation. Like I said earlier, I always believed that my body was very different. I have gone through trauma, whereas a lot of my clients haven't to the extent that I have, or have already sought advice from a gynecologist, and they're in a different stage of their contraception journey, let's just say. That's the experience that I have. So it's very different with myself, very different working on yourself. I'm excited and I feel like this is the right decision for me. Funny that my best friend, she's just coming off the pill as well. Prior to taking the pill, she was able to lose a lot of weight in the gym quite easily. She didn't store the stubborn fat. That was a side effect she was getting from Libelin. I had a chat to her the other week and I was like, hey, look, you're actually doing, you know, you have been doing all the right things. There's one element left that I think that could be contributing to you not seeing the results that you want. Let's talk about the pill that you're taking. She's like, you know, now that I think about it, and she started joining all the dots up. I was like, hey, and it just so happened that she was timing she had timed her sugar pill, and this was the week that she could come off it. So we're gonna take this little journey with each other, but hers is very different. She's only been on one pill for 3 years, whereas yes, so we'll see. Hopefully her journey is a little bit more straightforward. I'm 100% sure she's very fertile and very healthy, so she might get her rhythm back pretty well, whereas I'm just going to discover my rhythm for the very first time. It's like a girl getting her period for the first time. It's like I'm going back into puberty. But yeah, so if anybody has any stories that they would like to share about contraception, good or bad, because remember, I'm not biased, yeah, please connect with me, let me know what you think, and let's do this journey to adult puberty. Still haven't come up with a name. Stay tuned, we'll be keeping you updated. I'll be keeping you updated. Warning you now, if you couldn't handle this video, you probably just should not watch anything else. So I think I'll make this a little series, or when I make other videos, I'll just mention it. It depends on how drastic my journey is. If I'm having like a really bad rough patch, I'll definitely just dedicate a whole video to it. But we'll just see. Here's to being girls. Here's to being a girl. I just wanted to quickly jump on, let you know that the doctor said I wasn't going to be bleeding or anything now that the rod was out as of yesterday till the end of the month, because I've just literally had a whole month of bleeding. News update, I woke up and I have my period again. No side effects, nothing that told me it was coming. Yeah, love that. I'm wearing the same shirt as I was in the video yesterday, but pink version. So yeah, I'm bleeding and it's such a joy. So that makes, I don't know how long this is gonna last. Fingers crossed it's not that long. I'm meant to be tracking my my ovulation cycle, whatever it is, but not really sure where to start. I'm still bleeding, so. But yeah, so I'll just end the video here on that. The doctor said I was not meant to see a period till the end of the month, and here I am with my period. So this is a good it's a good place to end right here, because that's really all I feel like doing. It's just, yeah, I don't know.